So power of a lens is defined as the degree of convergence or divergence of light by a lens. As we know, a converging lens is a convex lens and diverging lens is a concave lens. So the degree or the extent up to which these lenses converge or diverge light respectively is given by the power of a lens. Or we can also define power of a lens as the reciprocal of focal length in meters. So this also gives us the mathematical expression for calculating power. Power, represented here by capital P, is reciprocal of focal length, 1 upon focal length, where focal length is expressed in meters. The SI unit for power of a lens is diopter. It is represented by capital D. Now here comes a one marker that define 1 diopter power of a lens. When we are asked to define one of a particular unit, we always start from the mathematical expression of that quantity. So power is 1 upon focal length in meters as mentioned. 1 diopter would mean that the focal length of the lens is also 1 meter. So we define 1 diopter power of a lens as the power of a lens with focal length 1 meter. So 1 diopter is defined as the power of a lens with focal length 1 meter, and this is how we show the justification of the statement. Let us solve a numerical on power of a lens. It says calculate power of a converging lens of focal length 10 cm. So first indication in the question is that it is a converging lens, which means it is a convex lens. And from sign conventions, we know focal length of a convex lens is positive. So in the question it is given that f is positive 10 cm. We have to calculate the power, which is defined as the reciprocal of focal length when focal length is in meters. So we will convert this 10 cm focal length into meters. That means we will be dividing it by 100. So in meters, the focal length is 1 by 10 meter, or we can simply write as 0.1 meter. Now putting this value in the formula for power, which says focal length is 1 upon focal length, which says power is 1 upon focal length in meters. So 1 upon 0.1 or 10 diopters. Next question is to calculate power of a diverging lens this time, and focal length is given 50 cm. Now diverging lens means it is a concave lens, and by sign conventions we will take the focal length to be negative 50 centimeters. We have to find the power. So formula for power is 1 upon focal length in meters, and we will have to convert the focal length this time also into meters. For doing this conversion, we will be dividing the number by 100, so that gives me focal length in meters. Simplifying this further gives me that the focal length is minus 0.5 meter. Now when I put this value in the formula for power, we get 1 upon minus 0.5. That is how we had converted focal length into meters, and this equals negative 2 diopters. Remember, we have converted focal length in meters, and I get negative 2 diopters. Also, this negative sign here is indicating that the focal length is negative or the lens is diverging. That is a concave lens. By sign conventions we know we take the focal length of a diverging lens negative, and hence the power of a diverging lens is also negative. Let us solve another numerical, and this pattern of numerical is very commonly asked in board exam. A student uses two lenses of focal length 20 cm and minus 25 cm. So the sign has been specified along with the lens focal length. What is the nature and power of each lens? So you have to give the answer separately for both the lenses. You have to mention the nature of each of the lens and the power of each of them. So we'll do it one by one for both the lenses. First, let us calculate for lens with focal length 20 centimeter. Let me name it as f1. Now since focal length is given positive, so the nature of the lens must be converging, as convex lenses have positive focal length. So looking at the sign of the focal length, we have inferred that it is a convex lens or a converging lens. You have to also write the power of this lens. So power we will calculate by the formula which says 1 upon focal length in meters. So power of this lens would be, putting the value. Now remember, this is in centimeter. When I convert it into meters, I will divide it by 100. So this will become 100 upon 20. Or I can simply write it as 5 diopters. So for the first lens, we have solved the power as 5 diopters, and we had inferred from the sign of the focal length that it is a converging lens. Now let us do similar steps for the second lens, where focal length is minus 25. So for the second lens, focal length is negative. So as per sign conventions, this would be a diverging lens or a concave lens. We have to calculate the power in this case also. So we use the formula which says power is 1 upon focal length in meters. Putting the values here, 1 upon minus 25. Remember, this 25 is in centimeter. So I will convert it into meters by dividing it by 100. This 100 will go in the numerator and power becomes minus 100 upon 25. And simplifying it further, I get power for the second lens as P2 is minus 4 diopter. So for the second case, the lens is diverging in nature and the power is minus 4 diopter, negative 4 diopters, since it is a diverging lens. This time the question is asked in a different manner. A student uses two lenses of power plus 1.5 diopter and negative 3 diopters. So this time the power of the lenses is given and you have been asked the nature and focal length of each of them. So we will follow the same pattern. We will do it separately for both the lenses. For the first lens, power is given as plus 1.5 diopter. So this positive power is indicating that it is a converging lens or a convex lens. You have to also find the focal length of the lens. We will use the formula for power which says power is 1 upon focal length in meters. When I put the value in this formula, power as 1.5, I can calculate focal length in meters. So I will have to reciprocate this number and I will get the answer in meters. So doing this, focal length would be 1 upon 1.5. Remember, this answer will be in meters. So simplifying it further, it would be 10 by 15 meters, or I can rewrite it as 2 by 3 meters, which can be written as 0.66 meters. It's a non-terminating decimal. We can terminate it at the second decimal place. So the nature of the lens is converging and the focal length of the lens is 0.66 meters. Now for the second lens, the power is given as minus 3 diopters. Again, the sign of the power will indicate the nature of the lens, which in this case is a diverging lens. Now calculating focal length, we will use the formula for power which says power is 1 upon focal length in meters. Putting the value of power here, this implies focal length will be minus 1 upon 3 meters. Again, remember your answer of focal length here will be in meters. So simplifying this further, minus 1 upon 3 meters, or I can rewrite focal length as minus 0.33 meters. You may also represent the final answer in centimeters. In some of the books you will find that the final answer is given in centimeters. So you can simply convert the answer in centimeters. Since both of them are non-terminating decimals, I can rewrite this as 66.6 centimeter, and this can be written as negative 33.3 centimeters. Next topic of discussion is the power of a combination of lenses. We will be discussing that if more than one lens is being used, suppose there is a convex lens and I have placed another lens, say convex, in contact with this lens, how is this combination going to behave, or what will be the power of this combination? Or the other case is that a convex lens is placed in contact with a concave lens. So this time it is a combination of one converging and one diverging lens. So how is this combination going to behave? That is an indication that we get from the power of combination of lenses. Now remember, in such calculations we are assuming that there is no gap in between the two lenses. They are placed in contact with each other. There is no distance between the two lenses. So in such cases, power of the combination is calculated as the algebraic sum of the individual powers. If there are more than two lenses in the combination, say n lenses, so we will add the powers of the n lenses. So power of the combination of lenses is the algebraic sum of the individual powers of the lenses which are placed in contact. Like in the first case, if these are the two convex lenses, say the power of the first lens is 1 diopter and that of the second lens is suppose 2 diopters. So the power of the combination, as we just discussed, would be the algebraic sum of the two individual powers. So that gives us 1 plus 2, that is 3 diopters. Whereas in the second case, let the convex lens here has a power of 1.5 diopter and say the concave lens has a power of minus 1 diopter. Now when we calculate the power of the combination using the same formula, we add both the powers 1.5 and minus 1. We get the power of the combination as minus 1 plus 1.5, that is 0.5 diopters. Now you can see clearly in both the cases the power is coming out to be positive. That means the combination is behaving as converging. Let us solve another numerical based on combination of lenses. It says calculate the power of combination of two lenses with focal lengths 10 cm and 20 cm. So you have to calculate the power of the combination and individual focal lengths are given. So the first step would be converting these individual focal lengths into powers, and then doing the algebraic sum of that power will give you the power of the combination. So first let us take the lens with focal length 10 cm. We will convert the focal length into meters because that is how we put the value of focal length in the formula for power. So 10 cm would be 10 upon 100 meters, or I can say 0.1 meter. Now power of this lens would be 1 upon focal length in meters, or 1 upon 0.1, which would be 10 diopters. So the power of the first lens is 10 diopters. Similar steps will be followed for calculating the power of the second lens. Focal length is 20 cm, which would be 20 by 100 meters, or 0.2 meters. Now power of this lens would be 1 upon focal length in meters, that means 1 upon 0.2, or I can write it as 5 diopters. So one lens is having 10 diopter, the other one is having power 5 diopter. The combination will have the sum of these two. So that will be 10 plus 5, or 15 diopters. The power of the combination is the algebraic sum of the individual powers. So that will be 15 diopters. Considering a slightly different situation this time, you have to calculate the power of a combination of two lenses with focal lengths minus 40 centimeter and 20 centimeter. So this time the nature of the lenses is different. In the previous question, both the lenses were converging. They had positive focal lengths and the power of the combination was also positive. This time, one of the lens is diverging and it has been combined with a converging lens. So let us see how does the combination behave. For the first lens, focal length is given minus 40 centimeter. It is clearly a concave lens or a diverging lens. Converting this focal length into meters, 40 by 100 meters, or we can write it as, this 0 goes away, 0.4 meters. So power is 1 upon focal length in meters. So this is negative 0.4. This would be 1 upon minus 0.4 or minus 10 by 4 diopters or minus 2.5 diopters. So this is power of the first lens. Similar steps for calculating the power of the second lens, which has focal length 20 centimeter, which can be written as 20 by 100 meters, which would be 0.2 meters. So power would be 1 upon focal length in meters or 1 upon 0.2 or simply 5 diopters. So the two lenses, the diverging lens has power minus 2.5 diopter and the converging lens has power 5 diopters. Combination is going to have a power which is the individual sum of both the powers, which would be minus 2.5 plus 5. So that is 2.5 diopters. The combination is going to have a power of 2.5 diopter. Now you see the combination is having a positive power. So that means the combination of a concave lens focal length minus 40 and a convex lens focal length 20 is behaving like a converging lens only. The converging lens is having more power, so the combination will also behave as converging.